Hello and welcome to the Outer East Football Netball Show brought to you by Gameface. I'm Adam Miller. Once again alongside me is Steph Barkers. Good afternoon, Steph.
Afternoon, Aiden. Very excited to be here. We're already at episode 2.
We are. The season goes by so quickly and we're looking forward to what should be a good season, of course. We'll take you through a quick preview of what today's show is going to look like. So for starters, we're going to go round the grounds. Who Am I is back. We'll tell you who last week's winner was and the new Who Am I for the week.
As we did last week, Aiden will take you through his matches of the round, and we also had an interview on the weekend with Woori Yallock President Matt Herridge, so we'll show you that vision.
And we've got a special guest once again on the show this week as well, Lauren Morecroft, the coach of the U18 Eastern Ranges. Steph's going to take you through a little interview with her, and we're going to get some insights into her football knowledge. And, of course, as well, some of the other things as well, we're going to quickly take you through as well. AFL's Community Umpire Week is May 6th to 12th, and we will be celebrating our football and netball umpires across the week and the weekend. Junior Anzac Round also was on the weekend just gone. Seniors this weekend. Our next theme week is Pride Round from the 17th to 19th of May.
In other news, Netball Victoria Association Championship trials are this Sunday. So our netballers will be trying out to represent Outer East Football Netball at the Netball Victoria Championships later this year.
Nominations for Coach and Volunteer of the Month for April close today. But if you miss out, don't worry, because the nominations for May will come out pretty soon. So keep your eye out for that as well.
And thank you so much for all your nominations so far, and keep nominating. We want to recognise everybody in our community, so we really appreciate all the nominations we've had so far.
And of course, all the film matches as well will be available on the Outer East Football Netball YouTube following the end of the round.
And of course, we are looking for more umpires as well. So we're particularly looking for boundary and goal umpires. If umpiring is something you've ever wanted to have a go at, please feel free to come along to our junior or senior training nights. We'd love to have you there. You can come and try before you register. But yeah, looking for more umpires. So if you're interested, please let us know. We'll be happy to help you and give you any information you need.
Yep, it's a great way to get fit. It's also a great way to get paid as well. So jump on board because we love plenty of umpires.
Lastly, we want to know what's happening at your club. Aiden and I do our best to keep our ear to the ground and be across as much as we possibly can, but we do rely on you guys to send us in some stories. So milestones, volunteer efforts, events, whatever news you have, we want to know about it. We want to talk about it. So yes, my contact details will be below. Send me all your stories. We'd love to hear from you.
We'd also like to congratulate Eliza Molino from Pakenham Lions for making the Australian Under-19 national squad. We'd also like to congratulate Mia Lavis and Tara Watson from North East Blaze, our community partner, one of our community partners from the Outer East Football Netball, for making the Australian Under-19 squad as well. So congratulations to those 3 girls. Very good effort and good luck. All right, Steph, we're going to go through our Who Am I. So we'll take a look at last week's winner. We'll also take a look at this week's Who Am I as well. So for last week, if you guessed it correctly, it was Adelaide Football Club superstar and Upway Tacoma alumni, Rory Sloan.
We did actually have a few comments and a couple of people got it. So shout out to you guys who guessed correctly.
Very good. Some very knowledgeable Outer East football netball stalwarts there. Now we'll take you through this week's Who Am I. Steph, give us the first clue.
All right. I played netball for Wandin.
Reckon you can get it from that? We'll give you another clue. In 2017... I became netball head coach at Roval Sports Academy.
Ooh, all right. This is the last one. We're not trying to make it too easy. I was a former assistant coach of the Collingwood Magpies and have recently accepted a new head coaching position for a team in the VNL. That's all you get. That's it.
All right. So, of course, for all those trying to guess, please comment down in the section below if you can get it. Very, very good. If not, we didn't make it too easy this week, I don't reckon. But as I say, put your comments down below for who you think it is.
All right. It's the point in the show where Aiden is going to take us through his top matches of the round. So over to you, Aiden. Let's talk about some of the cracking games, and there were plenty in round 2.
Plenty of close results, of course, as you mentioned, Steph. We'll take a look at our match of the round in Premier Division football. It was the Battle of the Tigers, the Valley Tigers, Woori Yallock versus the Mountain Tigers, Upway Tacoma. And Upway Tacoma led by 15 points in the last quarter, about 10 to 15 minutes through. But Woori Yallock stormed over the last 6 goals to win by 20 points. The final scores, 16-15, 111, defeated Upway Tacoma, 14-7-91. Blake Muir had 23 touches, their young recruit from Warburton Millgrove. Taylor Gibson had 22 alongside 4 goals. And Josh Neal starred on the day with 5 goals. He was a real force up at forward. Jai Sheehan had 33 touches for Upway Tacoma, and Sam Raru had 30. Sam Wicks and Nathan Waterman both kicked 3 goals. Well, Pretty good game. It was a very close
It was
game.
a great game, and wasn't the weather incredible as well? You couldn't have had a better day for footy, honestly.
Absolutely cracking day it was, Steph. Not often you get a nice sunny day, just short of 20 degrees as well. Probably won't get too many of them, but you've got to appreciate it when you do get them.
Yeah, exactly.
Another close game. Leo Wagons, beloved Jimbrook Cockatoo, going down to Lindaferny Creek by 18 points. They led at half-time, the Brookers, but inaccuracy ultimately costing them 7-18-60, going down to the Bloods of Lindaferny Creek 11-12-78. Matty Scharenberg had 29 disposals and Peter Lucas had 23. A couple of usual suspects there for the Bloods. Matthew Brosiak kicked 3 goals. Aaron Ferrito and Damien Volta each had 29 disposals for the Brookers, and Miles Wareham starred up forward as well with 5 goals.
Lots of players kicking big bags of goals on the weekend, it would seem.
Yep, some very strong performance up forward, Steph, which is what we like to see as well. We'll move across to some of our better netball games as well to start us off. Our match of the round again between Woori Yallock versus Upwey Tacoma. Another close game. This time, it was the Mountain Tigers of Upwey Tacoma who had to come back from being behind. They were about 6 goals down during the second quarter, slowly but surely crept their way in front and just getting away with a win by 2 goals. The final score is Woori Yallock 40, going down to Upwey Tacoma 42. Danica Corliss once again starring as goal attack there for Woori Yallock with 21 goals, and Taylor Hamilton for Upwey Tacoma had 22 goals.
That one was so exciting, wasn't it? I was there for the last couple of quarters and just watching it go goal for goal back and forward. Wasn't sure who was going to take it out. So, yeah.
That was a very impressive victory for Upwey Tacoma. They seemed up against it early days, but they managed it well, got themselves back in, and it's a very important win. They're 1-1 now after 2 rounds. Our other matchup, of course, in Premier Division netball as well, starring matchup that is, was between Monbulk and Wandon, which saw the Bulldogs win by 4 goals. 47-51 was the final score there. Ellie Stewart had 28 goals for Monbulk, and Amalia Blake continuing her good form from last year with 37 goals.
Oh, massive, huge.
Pretty honestly, a bit lean for her standards, Steph. She had a couple of games where she got 50 plus goals last year, Amalia Blake. So she's a real force up there at goal shooter, very hard to stop. But nonetheless, she'll be very happy with that performance. Now moving across to our women's football and some of the better matches there. To start us off, Hillsville taking on Upwey Tacoma, and a close game it was. Hillsville just coming away with a 7-point victory. 2-3-15 defeated Upwey Tacoma 1-8. Isabel Watson kicked 1 goal, and so did Danielle Karukin. Also had 1 goal. Rebecca Thompson for Upwey Tacoma kicked their 1 goal. Low scoring game, but very close. Only 7 points separating the two teams. And then once again as well, the same matchup as before in the Premier Division netball. Monbulk taking on Wandon, and this time it was the Hawks coming away with a 9-point victory. Another close game as well. 4-5-29 Monbulk defeating Wandon 3-2-20. Catherine Gow, Jade McCormick, Laura Gillard, and Stephanie Paul all kicked 1 goal each. And for Wandon, Jessica Hendry kicked 2 goals. And Lauren Sullivan kicked 1 goal. And that were some of our better matches of the round in round 2, Steph.
After our match of the round last week, Aiden actually interviewed the president of Woori Yallock. So let's take a look.
Well, we're here today with Matty Herridge, the president of the Woori Yallock Football Club. It's great to have you here, Matty, and it's a pretty close game so far. What do you think needs to happen in the second half?
We need to score more than them, and that should do the job with a bit of luck. So, yeah, no, but the minute, well, they'll come back, coming out firing in the third, and we'll see how we go.
Matty, of course, it's been a big year for Woori Yallock. I believe this is the first year you've been able to get a women's football side into the competition, and you're able to get your netball program back up and running as well after missing out last year. What were some of the things that had to happen behind the scenes to get that all running again?
Probably the main thing was to find the right coaches that could probably think a little bit outside the box and drive that message of the club as, that we want to have women participation and stuff like that. I've been lucky enough to be involved with the Thornton Hilton as well, so we're playing them today. I'm edging me bets a little bit there. So, but Thornton Hilton, the women there they're a very positive bunch, and they bring something to the club, which is great. And we're lucky enough to have a few things fall in place with Luke and Adele, which was great. And then it snowballed from there. And then even with the netball, the first little step was to get an A-grade coach, and Hayley signed on. She's done a mountain of work, as well as like Tasha and stuff like that. And once again, it was just about finding the coaches that just didn't want to rock up and just coach, but actually knew that they had to invest in the club a bit and drive what the club message and stuff. And they've gone above and beyond and done an amazing work, an amazing job. It's made light work for myself and the others, and Megsy's done an amazing job as well. So yeah.
How confident were you that you're going to be able to get enough numbers to be able to fill the 4 sides and as well as the women's team as well?
As in netball or?
Just both, netball and women's football.
Well, to be honest, we didn't expect netball to be as full, like as many numbers as what's happened. We kind of aimed to have 3 sides. We thought we'd get 3, but like I said, it just snowballed. And Tasha did an amazing job, and Hayley. We organised a bit with Playbook, which was to get Kira Austin up, Kate Eddy, Kate Maloney up. So we wanted to show the netball. We didn't want to just have netball come back for the sake of we need to have netball because we're a netball football club. We wanted to make sure when it came back, it was going to come back and flourish, and the netball felt part of the club and valued. So we invested in those little sessions with Playbook, which was really, really good. And I think the players that came and kind of were thinking, should we play for Woori Yallock or not? Once they saw that we were doing that kind of stuff, they were like, great, this is a club we want to be part of. So those little things tick the boxes, as well as just getting that positive energy to happen. So yeah.
Yep, and you had a very strong season in the footy last year as well. Of course, making the prelim, just fell short there to Wandon in the end. But are you hoping to be able to go a couple of steps further and potentially get in the grand final or even go all the way?
Yeah, losing the prelim. So just if we can go one step further and make the grand final, and then another step and win would be really good. But we've obviously got some new blood in the team, which is good. Gibbo's been great, kicked 8 goals last week, which is handy. But we've also got blokes like Kane Thompson and stuff that come back. There's the young fellas as well. So they're all coming through nicely, which is good. And it's just a matter of now is getting them all to gel and stuff like that, and we'll see how we go. Ginkgo's been a real, once again, another coach that we put on, and he's not just a coach, he's a great mentor to people in the club and stuff like that as well, and he's gone above and beyond probably what a coach should be doing, which has attracted the players into the club and stuff. So yeah.
Well, thank you very much for joining us today, Matty. Some really good insights into the Woori Yallock Football Club. We wish you all the best for this season, and it was very good to speak with you.
No worries. Thanks very much.
Some really good insights there from Matty Herridge, and a very good effort from the Woori Yallock Football Netball Club to get their netball back up and running, and to get the numbers as well, to get a women's football side in there as well, who've started the season really well, by the way. Steph won their first 2 games, so they'll be very happy with that for sure.
Absolutely. All right. Well, our last segment for today is our interview with LJ, so stay tuned. Well, thank you for joining us on the show today, LJ. We are very excited to have you on. Really appreciate it. You're a PE teacher by trade, so was coaching something that you thought you might do after you finished your playing career?
Yeah, it was. I always really enjoyed the analytical side of football. And so, I never thought I'd probably get into coaching this quickly. I really enjoyed the player development space as well. However, post my AFL career, I was really lucky to get a call up to North Melbourne AFLW with Scott Gowans, a previous coach of mine. So that ignited it pretty quickly for me. But I probably always had that in the back of my mind post-playing.
Absolutely. Cool. All right. So let's just run through a couple of things just in case anybody doesn't know. So you were a player and an assistant coach at Essendon VFLW. You've also been an AFLW midfield coach for both North Melbourne and Carlton. What was it that appealed to you coming back to coach sort of that earlier part of the pathway in the Eastern Ranges?
Yeah, I really like that development space of younger players, trying to make them, I guess, see their full potential and reach that full potential to take it up to the highest level possible in their football. So whether that's in the women's space or the men's space, really. I was really fortunate to already have a connection with the previous coach here, Travis Cloak. Mm-hmm. And so, an opportunity came up post-COVID and I had to jump at it. Now, knowing a little bit more about the talent pathway, obviously working in it full-time, it's the best space to learn in your coaching trade. It's a fantastic place to gather feedback, to develop young players, and then hopefully also go back into AFLW for myself in coaching or in the AFL men's space for coaching. So it's a development program for both, really. And that was really exciting for me.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, so we know that I stalked you a little bit before this interview, and I did read a couple of articles. Obviously, when you became the coach of the Rangers, you are the first female coach of the boys. There was some commentary around that.
Yes.
And I really admired your response around, yes, you are the first female coach, but you are just a coach first. So can you talk to us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I guess that's how I feel. I probably don't often think about being the first female in this space. So I feel really welcome, and it's a really inclusive area to be in. The Eastern region particularly have welcomed me with open arms. I don't often think, I guess, when I'm in front of the boys either, that I'm a female and that they're young males. They treat me just as I expect, I guess, of other football coaches. for them, I think, they've always had female teachers in their lives, aunties, sisters, mothers, figures in their life. So again, it's probably just another, female figure for them. And I hope that they feel that it's just new being in their football environment that they have a female head coach. So I can't thank, Eastern Ranges enough and the AFL for giving me the opportunity, but more importantly, the community for really getting around me and accepting me for who I am and as a coach, because that's essentially how I see myself, and I think that's how others do too.
Yeah, amazing. Great response. Last year, VAFA launched a new program supported by AFL Victoria, so the Coach Development Program, and you were announced as one of the coaching mentors. Why is it so important for you to sort of give back to the community in that way as well?
Yeah, well, when I was first learning, my craft as a coach and as a player, a lot of people gave their time and energy to me to get the best out of myself. So without those people mentoring me and giving me their time, I wouldn't be where I am. So I think it's really important to be able to help the next wave of coaches and players, whether that's female or male. But I do feel really passionately about the female coaching space. I think any help you can get, any confidence boost, any mentoring, any shadowing, any experience you can get in AFL programs, whether it's in, Coates Talent League, VFL, AFL, can help you along the way. And I think it's really important to be able to give back to those players as well.
Absolutely. Incredible. All right. Well, I've got a list of players here. Of course, I am a little bit biased because these are all players that are in your team, but also a part of our Outer East Netball.
Very good footballers.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to list these players, and then if you can just give me just a brief comment around each of them and what you think. So first we have Jack Ryan from Woori Yallock.
Yeah, Jack's a really exciting player. Lots of speed. He's a really intelligent footballer. He plays seniors when he goes back to Woori Yallock, and that shows here at the Coates level. He also trialled for Vic Metro as well, which we're hoping that he is successful in, but he puts his best foot forward in hopefully being drafted at the end of the year.
Amazing. We have Cody Anderson from Hillsville.
Yeah, there's a lot of hype around Cody at the moment. Another player that plays seniors for Hillsville, and it shows when he's with us. Really contested inside midfielder who's trialled really well for Vic Metro also. A lot of AFL interest at the moment, so hopefully he goes far come November.
Incredible. Jeremy, is it Newsom? Am I going to say that correctly?
Yep.
Jeremy Newsom from Hillsville.
Yeah, another Hillsville boy who's been in our program since a 16-year-old. He hasn't debuted yet, but I think it's probably in the next coming weeks that he'll play for us. Wing type half-back. Another guy that's got a great kick, very intelligent player too, so we hope to see him soon.
Incredible. We've got Blair Wilson from Alinda Ferny Creek.
Blair played a couple of games for us last year. Great league speed, down back, defender. Currently injured. He's got a bit of a syndesmosis injury that's kept him out for 3 or 4 months. But we hope to see him in the later part of the year.
Amazing. Oscar Taylor, Upway Tacoma.
He's a new player to our program. Hasn't debuted for us yet, but again, we see opportunity coming forward in the next few weeks. Small back type, very serviceable player that I think will go really well with our program.
Amazing. Balin Spencer, another one from Woori.
Yeah, he's a vice captain of our squad at Coates League. Goes back to Woori Yallock, plays seniors as well. Ultimate role player, excellent midfield, half-back. I think he could also play forward, but all-round type. He also trialled with Vic Metro as well.
Amazing. And last one is Liam Westlake from Warburton Millgrove.
I think we haven't had a Warburton player for a while, but Liam's a great forward, great set of hands, also basketballer, but we look to see him debut in the next 2 weeks, I would think.
Oh, is that an exclusive?
It's an exclusive first, yeah. But yeah, he's a new player to our program, so we hope he goes well.
Amazing. All right, well, to finish it off, I want to just have a bit of fun because I have loved the footy talk, but we have to mix it up a little bit. So here's a fast 5 for you. Just the first thing that comes into your head. Don't take it too seriously. What's your go-to karaoke song?
I've had a few thoughts about this, a few car belt outs just to practice, but Simply the Best by Tina Turner.
Oh, great one. All right, what's your favourite movie?
A movie that's called About Time with Rachel McAdams.
Love her. She's so great. I love her in The Notebook too. Dinner you eat before a game?
Oh, very boring. A spaghetti bolognese. However, later in my career, I used to have a glass of red wine with that too.
I love that. Best advice advice you've ever received from one of your mentors?
Just be yourself because everyone else is taken.
Love that. And proudest career moment. I know there's a lot to choose from, but try.
That's nice. Nice of you, but AFLW debut.
Incredible. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks.
Well, that was a really good interview there, I thought, with LJ. Very insightful, of course, and always interesting coaching the under-18s. And that's going to wrap it up for the Out East Football Netball show this week. Please leave a comment below for what you'd like to see on the show. We're going to try and make sure that we can get as much stuff and much content into the show. So please leave a comment. We'll try and do our best. So once again, thanks again for tuning into the Out East Football Netball show. Steph, thanks again for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me, and we'll see all of you next week.
And for all the viewers out there, don't forget to get your game face on.